This story contains themes of psychological manipulation, ritualistic practices, and some violence, which may be disturbing to some readers. The serene melody of temple bells chimed softly in the background as Asha Verma crossed the threshold of Swami Paramhansa's ashram, her heart pounding with anticipation and unease. "Welcome, sister. May you find peace and enlightenment here," murmured a young devotee, his eyes shining with an almost eerie reverence for the guru. Asha forced a smile, adjusting the palu of her sari. "Thank you. I'm here seeking truth," she said, which wasn't entirely a lie. The ashram, nestled in the lush hills of Uttarakhand, was a picturesque retreat from the chaos of the world. Pine trees stood sentinel around the grounds, while mist curled around secretive corners like ghostly whispers. The initial tranquility of the place was seductive, but Asha reminded herself that she was here to investigate, not to be lulled into complacency. As days passed, Asha's investigative instincts clicked into high gear. She witnessed devotees lost in trance-like states during rituals, the air thick with incense and chants that seemed to vibrate with unspoken power. People revered Swami Paramhansa, their eyes glazed with unquestioning devotion. Yet there were tremors of fear beneath the surface, too subtle for the casual observer, but starkly clear to Asha. The first hint of darkness came one evening when she saw a young woman, Padma, being dragged away after an impromptu outburst against the guru during an assembly. No one spoke of Padma after that night. It was as if she had evaporated into the mist. Whispers followed Asha wherever she went, seeping into her bones. Every devotee's eyes seemed to carry unuttered secrets. Under the cover of darkness, Asha prowled through the corridors, her heart thrumming with urgency. She reached Swami Paramhansa's private quarters, rummaging through files and letters that pointed to a history of manipulation and violence, concealed behind a veil of spirituality. Her fingers trembled as she clicked photographs of the damning evidence. "Asha!" she heard a loud whisper. Turning around sharply, she found herself face to face with a pale, trembling Padma, her eyes pleading for help. "Please, take me with you," she whispered, clutching Asha's sleeve. He will kill me." Before Asha could respond, heavy footsteps echoed in the hallway. She quickly hid Padma and resumed her covert operation. But it was too late. The door swung open with a ferocious force, revealing Swami Paramhansa, flanked by stern-faced loyalists. His serene gaze turned icy, a mask of benevolence dropping to reveal the ruthlessly orchestrating mastermind beneath. "We have a traitor among us," he growled, his voice slicing through the tense air. "Prepare her for the ritual." Asha fought against her captors, feeling desperation claw at her sanity. The ashram she had intended to expose now threatened to consume her entire being. She was dragged to a secluded chamber adorned with morbid symbols. The cold stone floor pressed against her knees as she was bound, the faces of the devotees now twisted in unrecognizable fanaticism. Swami Paramhansa stood before her, a sadistic smile curling at his lips. "Your sacrifice will heal this corrupt world," he intoned with terrifying calm. Adrenaline surged through Asha. Channeling her determination, she scanned her surroundings for anything that could aid her escape. The ceremonial knife glinted cruelly from an altar nearby. With a swift, decisive motion, she disarmed one of the henchmen, grabbing the knife and cutting her bonds. Chaos erupted. Devotees lunged at her, but Asha dodged and weaved, her journalistic tenacity now a weapon of survival. She managed to knock out another follower, grappling past his fallen form and dashing into the forest. Moonlight barely pierced the dense canopy as she stumbled over roots and underbrush, breath ragged. The chilling howls of pursuit echoed behind her. Pushing aside her terror, she clung to the reassuring instincts that her years of fieldwork had honed. Hours felt like days as she finally reached a village with trembling legs. Her disheveled appearance drew concerned villagers who quickly rallied to contact the authorities. In a dramatic climax, police swarmed the ashram at dawn. Swami Paramhansa, once seemingly omnipotent, was shackled and led away, screaming prophecies of doom. The authorities unearthed shallow graves and hidden chambers that laid bare the horrors Asha had unveiled. The national exposé that followed painted a chilling picture of fanaticism and deception. Asha's name became synonymous with bravery and justice. The ashram's influence crumbled, and its survivors began to piece together their shattered lives free from the guru's shadow. Asha stood outside her office one evening, the city's cacophony a stark contrast to the haunting silence of the mountains. She received a call from a soft, tentative voice. "Asha, thank you, you saved us," Padma said. Asha's grip tightened around her phone. "We saved each other," she replied softly, eyes misting as she looked at the distant horizon. In exposing the darkness, she had lit a beacon of truth that no shadows could dim.